Uber just told this driver, we spent $62.42 extra to encourage more trips this week. Now, that sounds generous, right? But when the company controls every number on this screen and we still don't know what the passengers actually paid, that loss might be the smartest psychological marketing trick in rideshare. Welcome back to Fares and Frustrations. Now, I'm a marketing major and an Uber Black driver, and I've seen these statements for years, and I want you to look at this one from a marketing perspective, not just a gig worker. Because when a multi-billion-dollar company tells you we're spending extra to help you, but refuses to show you what passengers actually paid on each trip, that's not transparency, that's marketing. Let's zoom in on these numbers. This driver's report shows a total customer fare of $457.80 plus $34 in tips. Then it slices the fare up. Government taxes, estimated commercial auto insurance, operational expenses, customer promotions, amount Uber spent, and then your earnings from fares. Uber even throws in that friendly note at the top. Uber spent $62.42 extra to encourage more trips. That's about a negative 14% on the chart, positioned like they went negative to help you make more money. But here's the key difference. You see totals for the week, not receipts for each passenger. You don't see what one rider paid versus what you got. Uber controls what goes into that insurance, what counts as promotions, and how they define amount Uber spent. You only see the story that they choose to tell you. Now let's talk psychology. There's documented reporting that Uber has used behavioral science and psychological tactics to push drivers to work longer. Goal alerts, badges, you're only $10 away from your target pop-ups, and so on. Messages like, we spent extra this week, fit right into that playbook. Now, it frames Uber as your partner taking a hit so that you can earn, which makes you feel loyal and a little guilty if you log off early. You think, dang, they're losing money sending me these trips. I should stay online. But you need to remember, Uber sets the upfront price for the passenger. They set your pay, and they decide how much gets thrown into that amount Uber spent bucket. If they wanted that number to look bigger, to make it feel like they sacrificed more, they can just reallocate inside their own system. No law forces them to present it that way. It's designed that way by choice. Now, look at this line. Estimated commercial auto insurance and operational expenses. It's minus $40.89. That word estimated is doing a lot of work. Recent analysis and media coverage show Uber's insurance and operational expenses charges can vary widely. Similar rides being assigned very different insurance costs, from roughly from the teens up to $40 to $50, with no clear explanation for drivers. And as a driver, you're told this is what keeps you safe and covers the platform. But you can't audit it. You don't know how much of that actually goes to commercial auto insurance versus overhead, risk modeling, and pure margin. So when they say, we're barely making money once we pay insurance, you have no way to verify that claim. And that's where the psychology kicks in again. If they can convince you that insurance and operations eat up most of the fare, you're more likely to accept low payouts because, well, hey, they're struggling too. Except they're the ones writing the formula. Uber advertises upfront pricing to riders and fancy earning breakdowns to drivers as transparency. You see charts, percentages, pretty colors. But multiple studies and court challenges have called their algorithms opaque and accused them of algorithmic price discrimination, raising fares for riders while shrinking pay for drivers. And real transparency would mean, after every trip, you see what the passenger paid, what the taxes were, and exactly what Uber took as a fee, and a real dollar amount that's allocated to insurance. Instead, you get weekly summaries and vague categories that make it look like Uber is the one sacrificing. That's why regulators and even Uber's own investors have pushed for more detailed breakdowns on driver pay and platform commissions. They called the current setup unusually opaque even at the shareholder level. And think about the emotional journey of a new driver looking at the statement. They see you earned $503.87. Uber spent extra money, the insurance is expensive, and promotions helped you out. It feels like everyone's pulling together in a tough business. From a behavioral science point of view, we know companies use goal setting and loss aversion, reminding you you're close to a target, nudging you not to waste the effort that you've already put in to keep you engaged. Uber has been documented using exactly those tactics, like continuous rides, avatars messaging you to go to a hotspot, and nudges like you're only a few dollars away from your goal. And this weekly "we spent extra" message is just another form of that. It frames your week like a team effort, so you're less likely to question who actually won when you compare passenger fares to your pay. As long as you don't see the rider's real price, you can't tell when the algorithm quietly increased Uber's take rate, something researchers have already documented happening under dynamic and upfront pricing. And what do you do with this as a driver? First, treat every "we spent extra" and every insurance line as a story, not a fact. It might be true and it might be a spin, but until we see trip-level passenger fares and true costs, it's not audible. Second, start building your own transparency. Whenever a rider shows you their receipt and you get access to their fare emails, compare it to what you got paid. Track surge, track long trips, track your city fees and insurance lines. Independent driver data and academic studies have already been exposing patterns the app never explains. And finally, remember, the app is designed to keep you driving. There is documented evidence that Uber has experimented with psychological manipulation to keep drivers at the wheel longer. And that's before you add in these slick weekly breakdowns. So, don't let colorful statements trick you into thinking Uber is losing money on you. Treat it like what it is, a marketing document, and make decisions based on your own numbers, your own cost, and your own time. Alright, that's the breakdown of the weekly statement. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you really believe that Uber is losing money on these trips? Or is it just a clever way to make drivers feel like we're all struggling together? Let me know what you think about the statement down in the comments so we can start a real driver-to-driver conversation. And if this helped you see your earnings a little bit differently, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and remember, drive better, drive smarter, and drive without the frustrations.